Hello and welcome to the midweek edition of NBC Current Affairs. I'm Jerry Tave, glad to have your company. Coming up tonight, we'll look deeper into one of the country's pressing issues, and that is the increased number of street children or underprivileged kids. There are concerns now that PNG is sitting on a time bomb, expected to explode anytime if this issue is not addressed. Our special program reporter, Henrietta Yama, will take us through 3 segments of this story and what the government is doing, including concerned private citizens laying down their lives to provide refuge and care for these children. First up tonight, Papua New Guinea is sitting on a time bomb, expected to explode in the near future. The longer the issue of street children is ignored, the more the invisible generation grows with each passing day. Over the years, little to no attention has been given to their plight. Hence, it's about time their untold stories are heard. Henrietta Yama has this special first part of this 3-part story.
This tunnel behind me is empty during the day, but at nightfall, it is home to a dozen homeless children. You sleep where?
Yes, I sleep inside the tunnel.
Inside the tunnel, huh?
Yep.
You got mommy, daddy too?
No, Miss, I sleep on to big mangit as well.
Oh, big boys, But you want to go to mangi's asleep lah? Or?
You don't sleep lah. Sometimes police are carrying me plan on night. Big night but sleep stab. You don't have bed box na sleep.
No, mommy, daddy, do you stop or?
Miss, let's go no so look out to me good.
I'll stop at all look out to you good. When Christmas do you?
14.
14. You been school too before?
In school but me larim again.
Hotspot area where street children congregate during the day and go about doing their daily business. At night, they walk over to that condemned building and seek shelter for the night and repeat the process daily. Most of the street kids are smart enough. They take advantage of the traffic congested here and sell their goods when the traffic queue is at its peak. Here under the famous Boroko overhead bridge, we just found a little guy sitting here with a cardboard in front of him. Hi. What are your name, Leo?
Ik ben met Tariman en Dai voor me. Ik sta aan de maven met hem.
Mami, do you make some walk to or a merry-go? Yes.
Merry-go. Yes, I'm stop too.
Big meet my brother for you. I'm walking some to walk to and stuff nothing.
Ustaro place.
You succeed enough points or sometimes no go.
Mise kisina, mise go buy more clothes. Very kai number.
Now you got 3 months go back in to school, now finish study
Ni fauro kita.
I'm here with this group of young boys who control the traffic at downtown Port Moresby. This is an industrial area and the traffic here is crazy every morning and afternoons. These boys get a little bit of assistance from any good drivers who wish to repay their kindness with a note or a penny. And I spoke to a couple of them and this is what they said. Every day lo control traffic.
Yeah. And so camera control morning kama vinun davetis migela tetikina fotikina na go cash con.
So one car you plus charge amas time you plus control mol kama.
I'm plus routing ton I'm plus happy and no let's give me plan. You know me plan. No let's give me plan. Or so I long give me 5 kilo 20 kilo this time man. No what them no give me plan.
You play roughly you play amas play mangi stop play na walk it slow.
Luya na ba tenda was 7 plamangi o 8 plamangi na ba sana na control car luya. Kurang ini silo tampo.
And since when I'm here number 2 you been start walk slow walk you yet.
About me come 2014 me really get me come there na me come coins there go me bitla man.
Among the group of struggling children are a group of boys from Central Province who are trying their best to earn an honest living. I'm here at their usual marketplace in front of a shopping center in Port Moresby. Let's go and meet the boys now. Stop the one upstairs to Central Province now come.
Stablo para Costa.
One Christmas Day.
17 before school, primary.
Those place,
Yeah.
Why you not go to school now?
So no uniform don't use and I no go school.
Okay, now the little sales you come work with lawyer, you know, sim uniform,
Yeah.
What's time lo one per week you come work with sales?
So one day in Sakam.
One day.
Yeah. You know every day. Some blood time also buying. Some blood time we put inside.
The next day come back.
Yeah.
Continue saying. How much play you pass around the group?
Some plenty boys there.
You don't get up the same village.
Yeah. Some plan all local. Much.
Sometimes time sales run alright. In a day how much you are working?
Some 110, 80 kina like this.
Or money you succeed self family to lo buy mouse kai nuts kai.
Yeah.
Coming up, we hear the government's stance on addressing the influx of street children. That's in the second part of Henrietta's story, so do stay tuned. Welcome back to NBC Current Affairs. The National Office of Child and Family Services, as the authority responsible for child protection and welfare, has been taking significant steps in addressing the issue of the increased number of street children across the country. Despite ongoing efforts, the number has drastically increased in recent past. A recent survey discovered undeniable factors behind this growing concern. With ongoing challenges, the office continues to find a balance amidst this crisis. Henrietta Yama has the second part to this special report.
From your survey, what was the main cause that was identified?
Poverty is the bottom line to people because some of the kids, our kids in a street situation.
In light of the increased number of street children in the nation's capital, I'm here at the National Office of Child and Family Services to find out what the office is doing to address this issue. We've recently noticed a lot of street children. The numbers increased in the streets of Port Moresby. I'm sure your office has conducted several surveys and looked into this issue. Are you able to give us statistics on this?
Office of Child and Family Services is mandated the government agency responsible for addressing child protection issue in the country. And I'm happy to give you what we have done.
Government blame me like I'm so good at me blame my school. But I'm recent me plan camp stop. Me plan basta one plan each or one table here. Now me plan move. So I look at my office and me come and skip on sim sa place well lunch la. Na help him all picking the blame.
We have two reports already produced. This one is a national report. This is a national report on street children. This report covers Port Moresby, Madage, Ley and Kokopo. From this, we identified that we've captured 153 street children, but this report was only done, it's a scoping report to see the trend and the street children population in the country. So that 153 is not total reflection of actual number of street children in the country, but it gives us the entry point to address street children in the country. And in NCD, this is the report with this a bit of detail in terms of the terms of reference designed to do this report. And we picked up 235 street children in NCD. And from 235, we saw that from the Highlands region, we had 95 of them from the Highlands region, Southern region 128, and Momase 9, NGI 3. So that's a regional view of the street children. But that is not also conclusive. This is just 1 week survey we carried out. 1 week. We, in partnership with Education Department, Health Department, Police, and this office. We identified 3 categories of street children. One is the one that is without father or mother, and they don't know where they come from in this country. The second one is the one that coming from the village, but they have at least father or mother surviving or both parents surviving. Third is there's a special group of indication that we identified that they were street children before 20 years ago, and they grew up into become street families and children who have grown up on the street children. So those that are from this survey, we identified those key issues.
Chase up. Em sao lo mi. Drop lo mi. Em lo mi bla ogeta ino mita so sorry. Mi bla ogeta. Even one bla man charge lo mi bla one bla man fight lo mi bla back. Em drop lo mi bla stop mi bla charge one time more.
What was the main cause that was identified from your survey?
Main cause is poverty. Poverty is the bottom line.
It's a concerning issue. Would you describe it as a national crisis?
It is a social phenomena. I want to say this. Social phenomena. It's a phenomena because, why I'm saying that? Because this has not been our practice. Wherever you go in this country, the highlands, Mamase, southern, this country, we come from a communal society where you don't see a parentless child on the street or, in the villages. It is a concern and a crisis for us to see that this number of children, I have these two reports I've indicated with my offices. I think this office has done its job by actually identifying and looking at this as a national issue now. It is a crisis.
Could you also highlight some of the challenges that hinders your office from carrying out its mandated function?
The challenge over the years was for this office to become a well-capacitated organization with its proper human resource. I need proper human resource to lead this program. We need proper comprehensive funding. Our program need to be recognized so that those issues that we discussed are comprehensively addressed. Change a generation, shape the future. That's our research agenda.
Finally tonight, among millions of Papua New Guineans striving for survival in these trying times, one man lays down his life for others. Colin Parker, a simple public servant in the nation's capital, opened his door to many underprivileged children and gave them a second chance in life through shelter, clothing, education, love, and most importantly, a family they never had. Mr. Parker converted his family home into a bigger family unit, consisting of less privileged children from all over the country, and registered the out-of-home care centre as Life Care PNG. Since 2011, there was no proper backing from the government. However, the organization provides refuge and safe haven for many of these kids, with some currently employed and are supporting the organization. Henrietta Yama reports.
Underprivileged children often find themselves on the street, fending for their survival. They may not be visible in the eyes of the society today, but they'll make the news headlines tomorrow if their plight is not addressed with urgency. Founder of Life PNG Care, Colin Parker, made this bold remark when we caught up with the children at the care center.
It's a growing concern as a nation that children on a street situation, there are many out there. It's just that we don't see them. But I always say this, they are the invisible generation. We don't see them now exist among us, but tomorrow they're going to be our problem. You know, we talk about law and order problem, we talk about crime, petty crimes and all this. It doesn't pop up from the sky. These are the generation that we neglect them. We don't see them. It's just like there's a saying that they say, you're shutting down a classroom door and opening a prison door.
According to Parker, shaping the future starts today.
I'm a philosophical believer of a generational change. Because to change a nation, we have to change a generation. If we don't change a generation, we don't change future. We don't change tomorrow. Tomorrow does not come. Tomorrow is not just a dream. Tomorrow is not just a fantasy. Tomorrow is not just a billboard ad that we are saying, leaving no child behind.
Children only require proper nurturing to unleash their full potential.
These children are not born by mistake. They are not born by chance. They are not born by fluke. These children are our Papua New Guineans. They are born with divine purpose and calling of God. And if we can see that, I believe we can reserve or preserve a generation for tomorrow. To me, I believe in that potential. And I can prove them wrong that every child was born with a talent, a gift, and a potential. And therefore, helping children is the most amazing thing that we can do. And to me, I only rest well if I see these kids, they do well at school.
Colin turned his family home into a care center with the intention to give the children a sense of belonging. This center currently accommodates over 60 children.
We don't call it an orphanage. It's a family home where we're kind of a big family.
Food and finance, among other necessities, are scarcely shared among the members of the family. Each child is encouraged to strive for a better future.
In terms of support coming from the outside, do you get recognition from the Office of Child and Family Services?
Yeah, Department of Community Development, I've been liaising or trying to seek their help for a long time, because we are almost 17 years now. But the director, late Simon Yanis, who passed away, he always chat with me and say, brother, we are underfunded. We are underfunded. We can't support you. So that's why we've established good partnership with some corporate houses. So we have our own annual charity dinner, and like TODs help us in charity stationaries and Sosi Sizzle and Two of Us Motors helping us to do charity car wash at their Vision City Mega Mall. And then we are so privileged to have Best Gear Trading to get the rations support every quarter in a year. So they give us 100 kilos or 200 kilos of rices. And, food especially.
You don't receive much direct funding from the government?
Oh, government is nothing. I've just seek all the government agencies who can help and work with us, but I've received nothing so far. Even I send letters during our annual charity dinners to buy tables. They don't even buy a single table. So like I said, they may have some priorities. Let them work on their priorities, but I don't think the children are their priorities.
Like the rest of the kids, life has taken a new turn for these young lads.
2016, my mom passed away when I was just 5, I guess.
And how did you find about Colin and the center here?
Teacher Pauline first, he looked after my small uncle. His name is One Piece. So my father knows. So then when my mother passed away, he bring me, and then he told our teacher, come and get me a date man, and then I come and live with him. At 2016 going to 17. My father was really struggling to put me and my 2 sisters in school. And then, yeah, life was tough. It was such a blessing to have this family with me. I came there, everything was nice and changed. I'm smiling again. Yeah.
What are your dreams for the future?
Travel.
Yes. To complete your studies?
Yes, complete my studies and travel.
Since 2011, Life PNG Care has been receiving overwhelming requests to bring in new kids. This indicates the worrying trend on the streets with every passing day. The organization needs a bigger space to accommodate the increasing population.
We need a bigger place. Therefore, I always appeal to the lands department that there has to be a land somewhere. It's not my job to go and identify the landlord. I don't work there. I always tell them in the media, in every chances of me talking in any media platform, I always say, I just need a hectare of land, because our long-term plan and a vision is to build a Piginini village. A Piginini village is a replica of the village life setting that we live. You know, a community surrounded by houses.
Papua New Guinea will never achieve its dream of a brighter future unless this burning issue is completely addressed.
When we neglect a street kid, we are abandoning their future. So we are building a line, we are drawing a line and says, those haves and those have not. These are going to be the clashes of tomorrow. The children that we have in the school and the children that are out of school.
However, Colin is determined these children will one day lead this nation.
My generation is up. I know one of these kids become the next prime minister, become the next leader to change this country. That's the strongest faith that I have. When our time is up, we exit. And then the entry of this generation, they're going to be the next generation that change. They will be radical. There will be sons and daughters of Papua New Guinea that are going to make this country great. The last appeal that I can appeal to Prime Minister and to the nation is Life PNG Care desperately need a land, because this generation are in a life support. They are very, very critical, because if we don't nurture this generation, I don't think we have a tomorrow.
Most of the street children I've met with revealed that they've been forced out of their family homes due to poverty, loss of parents through death or divorce, negligence from members of the family and community, and increased cost of living, among other factors. This information matches the statistics collected by the National Office of Child and Family Services through a recent survey carried out in NCD. Director Jerry Webb fears this is a time bomb, as the future of this nation lies in the hands of the younger generation. Now the bigger question remains, how do we amicably address this concerning issue? Despite the challenges, the National Office of Child and Family Services remains optimistic. Through better collaboration among key stakeholders, including parents, guardians, the National Office of Child and Family Services, and the national government, this issue can be addressed collectively.
And that's our special report on street children in NCD. The team will return tomorrow night with another edition of NBC Current Affairs. Until then, I'm Jerry Tave. Have a pleasant evening. Good night.